Hey y'all, Fox 19 First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast updates. Currently raining across this tri-state. A lot of our cameras have those little lens flares with those water droplets on them, especially this Turfway Park camera here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this full screen so you can really see those raindrops there. But it is currently raining pretty much everywhere right now, but that's starting to push out of our area. So you can see those little droplets on our Turfway Park camera right there. And if you look close enough, you can see the raindrops falling down on the Newport Levee cam as well. So very rainy, very gloomy Tuesday as well. So this isn't a great time to be outside, but we are looking at the system that's going to quickly move out of our area in the next couple of hours. So we won't see rain for the whole day, so we can just continue to watch out for this. The storms that we saw earlier this morning have some lightning embedded in them as they push out of our way, but we are still seeing rain currently in our area as well. So a couple heavier pockets here and there near Georgetown and Hillsborough. But overall, we're all seeing some rain. It's pretty widespread across the area, but you can see where this clearing starts, where these clouds stop here as that pushes, a cold front pushes through. That is going to help us this afternoon. We'll be a little clearer, and we'll have only a few isolated shower chances into the evening ahead. So this is today. We have those scattered storms going on we've seen those all morning. Those are going to last until the mid-afternoon, but we are going to be pretty clear, mostly dry for our Wednesday through Sunday. Now Monday is our next real chance of rain. These are very slim chances, if anything. I don't think it's going to rain those days, but Monday is our next real chance of some rain. So let's go ahead and take this hour by hour for us. So this is 1 o'clock today. So again, this is in 1 hour from now. You can see that band of clouds starting to end here, and just those storms still lingering over our northeastern county. So another hour passes by, 2:30. A couple of those stronger storms still moving towards that northeast there, moving out of our area, but most of us are staying dry by this point. By that peak heating time, a lot of us are going to be dry, and that's just going to continue into 3 p.m. So that'll continue to push out of our area. Here you can see a couple heavier pockets closer to the Ohio River there, so most of those in Kentucky, but those will just continue to push out of our area as we move closer. But this is what I was talking about. Those clouds cleared out. That's where that cold front is set up. But you can see those couple isolated showers in storms, along with a few clouds passing through the area that we might see moving into the afternoon and around that dinner time hour. So this is at 5:30. Like I said, a couple isolated storms moving through with some clouds embedded in them. Now, this isn't going to linger around for all night, but definitely during those dinner time hours, we're going to see some isolated showers and storms. You can see a couple more starting to make their way into the area around that time. So more isolated showers moving through, but they start to dissipate as they move closer to this northeastern as they're crossing the river there. But you see just a couple passing clouds starting to stream into our area. So this is 9 p.m. We're still seeing those lingering showers, but most of us are staying dry. Just a couple showers left over from the storms today. That'll continue into 10 p.m. and we'll be mostly clear and dry around 11, but most of us are going to stay dry from around that dinner time hour on. So there's a couple chances of those isolated showers like we saw, but most of us will be dry into the afternoon and evening of Tuesday. So this is all for today. In the last 24 hours, we have seen a pretty healthy dose of some rainfall, half an inch up in Richmond and Middletown as well. Lebanon's saying 0 rain, probably less than 1/100 of an inch there, but some of us seeing more than others. Batesville is at 1.38 inches and Falmouth at 0.94 inches. So we're seeing a different range here across the board, and that's just because some of these pockets are getting stronger than others, and other places are seeing more pockets than others. So it just depends on where you are and when these pop-up showers decide to make it into your area. So let's take a look at our temperatures right now. It's feeling a little cool out there for it to be noon right now. That cloud layer is still over us, not allowing a lot of sunshine to come in and warm us up at all. So we are sitting in those low to mid 70s across the board. We do have dry ridge sitting at 68 down here. I don't know if you can see that here. I can move this computer a little bit. Yep, dry ridge 68 degrees. So that's our cool spot on the map. But our warm spot is going to be Westchester sitting at 76 degrees. So little bit of a variety there, but overall we're seeing cooler temperatures than we have been seeing over the last couple of days. Now, for the rest of the day today, we do have these lingering storms still with us. We should get up to 83. Like I said, those clouds will start to move out of our area. As soon as that rain and cold front passes through our area, we'll start to see more sunshine, 83 degrees, continuing to see those lingering storms into the afternoon and evening. Now, sunset tonight is at 9:08, so we got lots of time to warm up by the time we get there. Now, overnight tonight, 65 degrees. The wind's going to be calm, so that helps us with this patchy fog in the morning. You have to have a calm wind out there to keep that fog around. Now, if that wind picks up at all, then that'll start to clear some of that fog out of our area. Sunrise is at 6:17 in the morning. Make sure you're being careful out there to not run into any of this fog come in into tonight and tomorrow morning off to work. So Wednesday and Thursday, these are our best days. You need to be outside enjoying the sunshine, the low humidity levels that come along with this. Right now, once this cold front passes by, we have a high pressure system, and we'll be on the good side of the high pressure system for Wednesday and Thursday, which means the way that the high pressure is spinning, which is in a clockwise fashion, that will be on the right side of that high pressure system, which means that we'll be pulling in this northern air, which is drier, cooler, and this is going to help us lower our humidity levels, at least for a couple days. But then once that high pressure system moves over us, that's when we start getting that southern humid and warm air getting pulled in, and that's why we start seeing a little bit warmer temperatures. We start getting a little bit hotter out there and definitely more humid into Saturday and Sunday. So we'll just continue to build on our humidity levels, but we are expecting to get up back into the feels like over 100 range into next week. So this is July 7th. This is on Monday, 3 p.m. We're looking at 98 degrees in Cincinnati, and then as we move into Tuesday, feeling like 103 degrees. So getting a lot warmer once again, another one of those times where definitely going to have to take the proper precautions when that heat comes back into our area. 99 on Wednesday, so feeling a pretty significant amount warmer than we are right now. So next couple of days, we'll definitely be feeling pretty warm once we make it through this week. And like I said, let's take a look at that muggy meter. This is what I was talking about with that humidity coming in. Today, we're pretty humid. We got that rain along with that. Now, Wednesday and Thursday, we're in that comfortable range, sort of muggy, but mostly comfortable, and that's going to be a lot less sticky. It's going to feel a whole lot better out there. That's why I said Wednesday and Thursday are the best days for you to get outside, enjoy the sunshine. It's going to be very comfortable out there. But Friday on your Independence Day, that's when that humidity level starts to tick back up due to that high pressure system moving over our area. So we'll start to get more humid and a little bit warmer as well. So let's go ahead and look at your Independence Day so that we can look at our forecast for the next couple of hours here. Like at 12 p.m. it's going to be 83 degrees. It's going to be steamy because we're going to have that humidity with us, but there will be lots of sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day to get out there. Now, I do want to show one thing, so let me find it real fast so we can look at this temperature change. I haven't looked at this yet, but I do feel like we are a little cooler right now than we were this time 24 hours ago. So I just want to pull it up so we can just take a look, see what's going on out there right now, because we are in those low to mid 70s across the area. So we're definitely feeling cooler. Like I said, yeah, this is what I thought this was going to look like. So you can see on this 2 box here, let me pull it up so you can actually see what's going on here. We're a few degrees cooler in all of our counties here. So Richmond is 5 degrees cooler right now than this time yesterday, as well as Middletown, 7 degrees cooler in Wilmington and in Lebanon. Batavia at 7 degrees cooler, as well as the airport in Harrison. Batesville is 9 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, as well as Falmouth. And Hamilton's only sitting at 2 degrees cooler, but cooler is still cooler, so it's still feeling pretty good out there. You know, I'm enjoying the little bit of a cooler weather that comes with that rain. So overall, we're feeling a little bit better. It is pretty humid outside right now, but we will start to feel more comfortable as we move into tomorrow. So I just wanted to show that so we see how big of a change today has been with that cloud cover that's really blocking the sun for us. So I did make this graphic earlier. It's a little bit about astronomy for the next couple of days. I thought it was pretty interesting, so I wanted to share it with everyone. So let's take a look at this. So this is loading. Okay, so this is our astronomy forecast for you. So on Thursday, July 3rd, this is at 3:54 p.m. So this is the day before 4th of July. Earth will be at its furthest point from the sun at this moment, and this is 94 million miles away. So this is pretty far in distance away from the sun, but that's going to be our furthest point away, and this is at exactly 3:54 p.m. That's at Eastern time. So this is going to be on your 4th of July at 12:37 a.m. This is also in Eastern time. Mercury will be at the highest point and the brightest point in the sky, so it's going to be the greatest distance from the sun as well. So maybe when you go out there at 12:37, you can look straight up at the highest point in the sky, and you will be able to see Mercury because it's going to be the brightest and at the highest point at that time. Now on July 7th at 5:30 a.m., 1 hour before sunrise, I looked, said sunrise was around 6:30, so we're looking at a 5:30 a.m. is going to be 1 hour before sunrise. Venus and Saturn will be visible for most people. It said the moon, Mercury, and a couple other planets will be right below the horizon. So you won't be able to see those at this point, but you'll be able to see Venus and Saturn. They'll be visible to most people, which is pretty cool, I would have to say. So if you were, you know, expecting to go out there and look at any of these stars, or you have an interest in seeing anything, or just knowing that we'll be the furthest point from the sun on July 3rd, I thought that was pretty interesting. We can go out there and look at some stars together. Let's go through this rain one more time for people just now joining us, so we can go through what is going on a little bit more. So I'm going to pull up what's going on outside currently before we start going into what's going to happen in the future once again. So it's taking a second, it's taking its time to load a little bit, but it's coming, I promise. Here it is. Okay, so we do have these showers and storms that are, most of those heavier pockets of storms are off in the more eastern counties there. You can really see these showers really weakening as they push closer to out of our viewing area here, out of Cincinnati. So we do have a couple lingering showers left with it, and you can really see where those clouds and storms end here. That's where that cold front is located, and that will just continue to push over us as we move into the afternoon. So this is where that distinct line is that I was just telling you. This is where that cold front is laying. And you can really see that takes those clouds with it, and it takes these storms with it as well. So this is at 1:30. You can really see those storms starting to push through. A couple of them getting a little stronger down to the south there, but really just some scattered storms. Most of us staying dry at this time. That's at 2:30. Now at 3:30, again, most of us will be dry here. But we do have a couple lingering showers. You can see another one up there. But most of us are staying dry, just a couple lingering isolated showers, a few pockets of storms that'll come in. So this is around your dinner time hour. These are those isolated storms I was talking about here. They are around 5:30 p.m. That's when we'll start seeing those isolated storms, along with a couple lingering clouds that'll come in along with them around that dinner time hour. So these will continue through that dinner time hour with those clouds lingering around as well. Continuing into 7:30, most of us will stay dry. As you can see, these storms quickly go away as they move over our area. A lot of us are dry right now at 8:30. And a couple more pockets of showers, of course, moving through until we get into the late night hours. This is 11 p.m. really none of us seeing any rain. There is a slight chance of some rain left over into the late night hours, but overall we're looking to stay pretty dry once we pass that dinner time hour. That's when we'll start seeing the isolated showers, and most of us will stay dry for those. So that's a little rundown of what the rain is looking like out there. Now we can talk about what the high temperature is like for today so that we can show everyone what's going on out there. So this is what it is. Ooh, it's loading. Right now it's looking like we're in those low mid 70s across the area. So it's honestly feeling pretty good out there. And like I was showing this earlier, if I can pull it back up for everyone, let me move it up so we can access it a little bit easier. I was showing this earlier, but like I said, the temperatures right now are in those low 70s across the area. Dry Ridge is our cooler spot sitting at 68 degrees, and Westchester is our warmest spot sitting at 76 degrees. Now, we are well below what we were this time yesterday. A lot of us are cooler, and we're sitting at a range. So Hamilton is at 2 degrees cooler, but Richmond and Middletown are 5 degrees cooler. There's a 7-degree cooler little U here. Wilmington, Lebanon, Batavia, the airport, and Harrison, all 7 degrees cooler there. Lunken at 6 degrees cooler, and then 9 degrees cooler at Batesville and Falmouth. So that's feeling pretty good outside comparatively to where we were sitting. Now we will get pretty warm in the coming days. We'll get back into that heat indices of over 100 once again. So it will get pretty hot once we move into the next couple of days, but at least for today and Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to feel pretty good outside. There's going to be low humidity on Wednesday and Thursday as well, so it's going to be a lot better outside, more comfortable conditions for you to be outside. It will still be pretty good on your 4th of July, but just a little bit more humid, and that humidity and warm air really just ticks up as we move into the weekend ahead. And then Monday and Tuesday, that's when we start seeing those humid conditions and everything really stay with us throughout the rest of the day. It was pretty rainy out there this morning. I don't know if you guys were up early enough to see all of that rain that had moved through, but we can go through our 7 days so we can have a few more thoughts about that before I sign off here. It is loading for us. It takes just a second to load. I hope everyone's having a great day, staying safe for sure from the rain. When you're driving, make sure you're keeping that extra distance in front of you and in front of you with the car in front of you as well. So this is what it's looking like. Oh, I don't know why those weren't loading there, but comfy sunshine is the description for Wednesday. So that's feeling pretty good. The humidity will be low, only in the mid 80s. Lots of sunshine out there, a few clouds to cover it up when you need the shade at times. The same story for Thursday, just a tick warmer there. But on Friday for your 4th of July, it's going to be warmer, more humid, 88 degrees. You can see we really start to get that humidity here because you can see those overnight lows really aren't giving us much relief. But here we are feeling a lot more relief, a lot more comfortable outside, but these are going to be sticky, muggy days. We're pretty close to our low temperature starting off the day. So Saturday is going to be hot and humid, 92 degrees. Sunday is going to be 90. Feeling pretty warm, humid, but then that slim chance of rain comes into the forecast when we reach Monday and Tuesday. So we do have a little bit of rain chance coming in. We're continuing to watch that as it moves closer, but it's looking pretty good the next couple of days. At least we have that sunshine until Sunday. So that'll be really nice. It will be hot, but, you know, I like the sunshine, so I'm glad that it's going to come back for us. It's been raining for a couple days now, so that will be good for us. I'm going to put the 7-day up so you guys can look at it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.